From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday warmly welcomed Her Excellency Kaja Kallas, High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy and Vice President of the European Commission, or HRVP, during a courtesy call at the study room in Malacañang Palace. This is her first visit to the Philippines since her appointment on December 1, 2024, marking an important milestone in diplomatic relations between the Philippines and the European Union. It underscores their shared commitment to foster open political dialogue and strengthen cooperation in the pursuit of peace, stability, and sustainable development. During their talk, President Marcos Jr. expressed his profound gratitude to Her Excellency Kallas for the EU's unwavering and steadfast support for the country. The chief executive welcomed the establishment of the Philippines-EU Security and Defense Dialogue, emphasizing the importance of addressing geopolitical challenges in partnership with those who share common values and a commitment to a rules-based international order. According to the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, Her Excellency Kallas is on a 2-day official visit to Manila, where she will meet with DFA Secretary Enrique Manalo to explore ways to further enhance Philippines-EU relations amid regional and global challenges. She will also engage with other high-level officials of the Philippine government.
Dateline Malacañang.
Clean up the police force, act swiftly against erring officers, and ensure the police remain a source of public reassurance and protection. These were among President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s firm marching orders to new Philippine National Police, or PNP Chief General Nicolas Torre III, who officially took over the reins of the 231,000-strong police force on Monday. During the PNP change of command ceremony in Camp Crame, the president said to keep the police ranks clean and honorable. President Marcos urged Torre to act decisively in investigating police officers involved in illegal activities. The chief executive also stressed the importance of increasing police visibility in the streets. President Marcos Jr. also called for a focused crackdown on illegal drugs, instructing the PNP to work closely with the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, or PDEA, in going after big and small-time drug peddlers and in ensuring that they will be brought to court. The Commander-in-Chief then reminded police officers to avoid abusing their authority.
Panatilihing mong malinis at marangal ang hanay ng ating mga kapulisan. Bilisan ang investigasyon sa mga kaso laban sa mga pulis na lumabag sa batas upang maibigay natin ng hustisya sa lalong madaling panahon. Paigtingin din ninyo ang presensya ng kapulisan sa mga lansangan. Siguruhin mas maraming pulis na umiikot sa mga kalsada at nagbabantay sa ating mga komunidad, lalo na sa lugar na madalas ang krimen at kaguluhan. Kapag kailangan ng taong bayan, dapat may pulis na agad nagre-responding. Iparamdam natin sa mga Pilipino na may pulis na handang dumamay at pagtanggol sa kanila sa lahat ng oras. Sa tulong ng PDEA, ipagpatuloy ninyo ang paglaban sa illegal na droga. Magsagawa pa rin tayo ng drug seizures at tiyakin na sasampahan ng kaso ang mga drug dealer at mga drug lord. Patuloy din kayong magmatyag sa ating mga komunidad para kahit ang small time ng mga drug dealers ay wala ring ligtas. Hindi dapat natatakot ang estudyante o ang mga manggagawa, motorista, magulang na maglalakad sa kalsada umaga man o gabi. Bilang alagad ng batas, inaasahan ang buong kapulisan na kumilos ng marangal, maglingkod ng katapat at maging sandigan ng ating mga kababayan. Iwasan ninyo ang paggamit ng pribilehiyo para sa pansariling benepisyo. Maging instrumento kayo sa katuwiran, kapayapaan at kaunlaran. Continue to engage with communities and partner with local governments and stakeholders. Strengthen your cooperation with all the other agencies. And above all, center every initiative on the needs, the rights, and the welfare of each Filipino.
Torre assumed command from General Romel Francisco Marbil, whom President Marcos lauded for his leadership marked by integrity, professionalism, and respect for human rights. Taking over as the 31st chief of the PNP, Torre is known for successfully leading high-profile cases as chief of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, or CIDG, including the arrests of former President Rodrigo Duterte and Kingdom of Jesus Christ pastor Apollo Quiboloy. He is the first alumnus of the Philippine National Police Academy to lead the police force, belonging to the Tagapagpatupad class of 1993.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday led the ceremonial turnover of 229 newly procured vehicles and maintenance equipment to various irrigators associations across the country to strengthen irrigation services and support farmers facing the worsening impacts of climate change. The equipment, comprising dump trucks, backhoes, excavators, and 17 minibuses, forms the third tranche of the National Irrigation Administration, or NIA's refleeting program, and is designed to boost the agency's capacity to maintain and develop irrigation systems critical to agricultural production. Speaking at the turnover rites in the town of Wawa, Taguig City, the President emphasized the urgency of supporting farmers amid extreme weather conditions, including the El Niño phenomenon. The NIA manages 257 national and 8,802 communal irrigation systems across the Philippines. The new equipment is expected to increase efficiency in regular operations, including desilting canals, repairing damaged irrigation structures, and transporting heavy machinery to project sites. The 17 minibuses will also improve mobility for NIA personnel during field inspections, consultations, and interagency coordination, reducing operational costs and improving worker safety. The chief executive reminded NIA personnel to use the equipment responsibly and maintain strong engagement with farmers. President Marcos also thanked farmers and reiterated his administration's commitment to rural development and food security.
Napakahalaga ng refleeting program na NIA, lalo na po sa panahon ngayon. Mabigat ang pagsubok na kinakaharap ng ating mga magsasaka dahil nga sa dinudulot na climate change. Mas matinding init, mas malalang ulan, at pabago-bago, at hindi malaman kung ano dry season na, kung wet season, pabago-bago ang panahon. Lahat po ng mga ito ay nagdudulot ng pagkasira ng pananim. Kaya atin tinututukan ang kahandaan sa anumang hamon ng kalikasan, tagtuyot man o tag-ulan. Kung may kailangan ayusin sa irigasyon, dapat may agarang aksyon at matibay na solusyon. Kaya po, ang hiling ko sa lahat ng kawani ng NIA, ingatan, alagaan, at gamitin ninyo ang mga sasakyan at pasilidad ng wasto. Saksi ako sa inyong sipag at paglilingkod sa ating mga magsasaka. Ngunit, hiling ko sa inyo na pag-igtingin pa ang inyong pagsisilbi. Makinig sa kanilang mga hinain. Huwag antayin na sila ay lumapit sa inyo. Kayo na ang umikot sa ating mga magsasaka. Pabilisin na ang tugon sa kanilang problema. At higit sa lahat, maglingkod ng tapat. Huwag natin sasayangin ang tiwalang pinagkaloob sa atin ng taong bayan. Para naman sa ating mga magsasaka, hindi namin matutumbasan ang inyong naging sakripisyo. Ngunit, sa bawat programa na aming ginagawa para sa inyo, naway madama ninyo ang aming pagsuporta at pagpapahalaga sa lahat ng ating mga magsasaka. Kayo po, aming mahal na magsasaka, ang isa sa mga haligi ng ating bansa. Kayo ang bumubuhay sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Dama at batid po namin ang inyong hirap at sakripisyo. Ika nga, ay magtanim ay hindi biro. Kahit may mga makinarya, kailangan pa rin ng magsisipag ng kamay at matitibay na puso ng mga magsasaka. Buong puso po ang pasalamat namin sa inyo. At hindi po titigil ang administrasyong ito sa pagpapatupad ng mga programa na makakapagbuti sa anyong mga kinabukasan.
That was Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Upon the invitation of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., Singapore Prime Minister Lawrence Wong will embark on an official visit to the country from the 4th to the 5th of June, reflecting the warm and enduring ties between the two nations. Prime Minister Wong's visit to Manila marks his first bilateral trip since his reappointment in May this year, serving as an important introductory visit that reaffirms the strong and long-standing partnership between Singapore and the Philippines. President Marcos and Prime Minister Wong are scheduled to hold bilateral talks on June 4th, where they are expected to discuss the strengthening of Philippines-Singapore relations and explore opportunities for deeper cooperation across various sectors. During the bilateral meeting, the two leaders will discuss key areas of cooperation such as health, climate change mitigation, and civil service cooperation. President Marcos and Prime Minister Wong are also expected to exchange views on key political and economic developments in the region, reaffirming their shared commitment to regional stability and prosperity. Singapore ranked as the Philippines' 8th largest trading partner in 2024, reflecting the robust economic ties between the two nations. Approximately 220,000 Filipinos currently reside in Singapore, further strengthening the people-to-people linkages. The upcoming visit marks the first by a Singaporean Prime Minister to the Philippines since 2017, underscoring the significance of this renewed high-level engagement.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, the Philippines Department of Migrant Workers, or DMW, has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening the protection and welfare of overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, as it commemorates the 30th anniversary of Republic Act, or RA 8049, also known as the Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipinos Act of 1995. In an interview during the kickoff ceremony of the celebration on Monday at the DMW office in Mandaluyong City, DMW Undersecretary Bernard Olalia cited the significance of the law as a cornerstone in safeguarding the rights and well-being of OFWs. Olalia highlighted how the law laid the foundation for the government's structured and unified approach in responding to OFW concerns. He said that before RA 8042, there was no single framework guiding the government in responding to problems faced by OFWs abroad. Now, Olalia said, there is a one-country team approach that ensures that the government is ready to rescue, repatriate, and reintegrate OFWs. Amidst the controversy in the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, or OWA, Olalia assured the DMW is conducting a thorough internal investigation to determine accountability and whether proper procedures such as board approval were followed. He added President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has directed the new OWA administrator to uphold integrity within the agency, stressing that service to OFWs must continue even as officials undergo scrutiny following their courtesy resignations.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, capping off his 3-day visit to Dubai, Philippine Department of Migrant Workers or DMW Secretary Hans Leo Magpayo, in a short video message, thanked the United Arab Emirates or UAE immigration authorities for helping around 2,000 overseas Filipino workers or OFWs amnesty availees during the first 5 months of the year. Secretary Magpayo also had a talk with OFW detainees and assured them of the government's continued assistance as instructed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Magpayo also gave an update on the victims of the Al Barsha fire, where 2 of the approximately 500 Filipinos died. The DMW Secretary said he was able to meet with 200 of the Filipino fire victims during his 3-day visit in Dubai to attend the 127th celebration of the Philippine independence in UAE. Magpayo said President Marcos also ordered a second round of assistance to be provided to the families and relatives of the Al Barsha fire victims. Let us listen to the video message of Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Magpayo.
Una yung aking pakikipagpulong sa immigration authorities dito sa Dubai. Nagpasalamat po ako sa immigration authorities hindi lamang sa Dubai kundi pati sa Abu Dhabi dahil sa tulong nila sa higit kumulang 2,000 mga OFW amnesty availees noong unang bahagi ng taon. Pinag-utos po ng ating mahal na Pangulo na tulungan yung mga nag-avail ng UAE amnesty. Laking pasalamat natin sa UAE government at sa UAE immigration authorities sa pagtulong sa kanila. At syempre, in partnership ito with the DFA, sina Secretary Ricky Manalo, Ambassador Doy Ver, and of course, Conjen Marford Angeles dito sa Dubai. At nakita ko rin po, nakapagdaupala din ako sa ilang mga OFW detainees at pasalamat ko rin sa UAE authority sa pagkakataon na ito at nabigyan ng assurances na sila, yung mga OFW detainees natin, na tutulungan natin sila na makauwi at mabigyan pa ng reintegration assistance. Ito mahalaga rin yung pinag-utos ng ating Pangulo. Isa pang pinag-utos ng ating Pangulo ay tulungan yung mga naging biktima ng Al Barsha fire noong Mayo 13, kaya nandun po ako sa ating Migrant Workers Office nung isang araw. Nakadaupalad ko kumulang mga 200 naging biktima. Halos mga 500 ng biktima ang natulungan natin. Nabigyan natin ng financial assistance. Merong 2 na sa kanasamaang palad na nasawi na kababayan natin. Tinutulungan po natin ang kanilang mga pamilya sa ngayon, lalo na sa pagpapauwi ng labi ng ating kababayan. pinag-utos din ng ating Pangulo na magbigay pa ng second round of assistance dito sa Al-Barsha fire victims, doon naman sa mga kamag-anak sa Pilipinas. So magbibigay po tayo ng financial assistance sa mga kamag-anak sa Pilipinas sa Al-Barsha fire. Kasi meron pang pinagdadaanan yung mga biktima ng fire ngayon na kung saan po sila nakatira at yung trauma ng pangyayari ay nasa isipan pa nila. At meron din tayo naging activity na pinuntahan yung vaccination ng 29 OFW children na sinasagawa ng ating labor attaché dito si John Bautista sa Dubai. Vaccination ng 29 OFW children, libre po, in partnership with a local clinic here called Grand Infinity. And lastly, kagabi, napakasaya, napakagandang pagdiriwang ng ating 127th Day of Independence Day. And of course, nakataw palad ko yung mga kababayan natin nandoon. Pasalamat din sa Philippine Business Council sa paanyaya. And then of course, yung pagkakaroon ng pagkakataon na makataw palad ko rin si Sheikh Nayan bin Mubarak Al Nayan, ang Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence dito sa UAE. At pareho namin pinahayag ang aming hanga, ang aming parangal sa tibay at lakas at puso ng Pinoy, Pilipino dito sa UAE. And of course, yung napakataas ngayon na ugnayan, relations between the Philippines and UAE sa pamamagitan ni Pangulong Marcos at ni His Highness Sheikh Zayed Al Nahyan. So, magandang selebrasyon at pagpapatuloy lang to ng sinisimulan at sinasagawa ni na Pangulong Marcos at Sheikh Al Nahyan. So,
You just heard Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Kakatak.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine Department of Finance or DOF Secretary Ralph Recto on Monday expressed support to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s decision to put on hold the Epifanio de los Santos Avenue or EDSA Rehabilitation Project. In a statement Monday, Recto said, "This is a clear sign of responsive and people-centered leadership and proof that the President and this administration are truly listening to the people." The Finance Secretary added that this will help the government build not only faster but smarter infrastructure projects for the Filipino people. Recto assured the public that his agency will continue to support key infrastructure initiatives, particularly those aimed at easing Metro Manila's traffic congestion. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, earlier estimated that Metro Manila loses 3.5 billion pesos a day to traffic congestion, and government efforts must be deliberate and data-driven. Recto said the government will ensure that all ongoing infrastructure projects will have uninterrupted and sufficient funding to be completed on time and with minimal burden to the public.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, for our foreign exchange rates, according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP, as of Monday, June 2nd, the United States dollar stands at 55 pesos and 62 centavos. The Japanese yen at 39 centavos, Singaporean dollar at 43 pesos and 9 centavos, South Korean won at 4 centavos, and a Chinese yuan is at 7 pesos and 74 centavos. In other foreign currencies, the Hong Kong dollar is at 7 pesos and 9 centavos. The British pound is at 74 pesos and 86 centavos. 1 euro is equivalent to 63 pesos and 15 centavos. 40 pesos and 47 centavos for the Canadian dollar, while the Saudi Arabian rial has a value of 14 pesos and 83 centavos.
Dateline Malacañang.
And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.